Pigman's.
Oh yeah.
And definitely sort of an old school advertising thing. You guys are much younger. What were your reactions to that, and what did you do with some of that imagery going forward? What do you think of those old ads?
I thought they were very. Oh, go ahead. I thought they were before their time, honestly, a little bit. I thought it was very kind of forward thinking when he did them. And you kind of do adapt with the times a little bit. But I thought they were very genius. I mean, that's what got this place exposure. This place was popular before we ever took over it. So it was something that we definitely respected his creative thinking, I think.
I think they stick in your head.
Yeah.
No matter what age you are. They're simple, but they are effective. Because in my head right now, all I'm thinking about is the Derek. One was running on the pig toward this lady, and all of a sudden he's the pig's in his arms.
Yeah, the wrestling one, I remember that one. The wrestling was pretty funny. Being a
smart.
wrestling fan when I was a kid, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Do you want to eat some good party? Well, I'm a big fan. Let's get this party started.
Welcome to OBX.Live's Buzz segment for this week, and we are at Pigman's BBQ, an iconic, and I think that's really safe to say, an iconic restaurant on the beach here. And we have Richard Bruce and Todd Palmer, the co-owners. And I think what we wanted to kick off with today was Rex Peters at OBX.Live uncovered some old archival video, old commercials when Bill Shaver owned this with Piggy Lou and all of that. And he retired. And then you guys ended up assuming the business. And so the first question I wanted to ask was, obviously a transition. Those videos featured a pig. It was the star of the video, scantily clad girls in the background, all of that. What was your idea on what it was like then taking over from that image, and what did you want to do with it?
We kind of wanted to keep some of it, I think, and it was like kind of a catchy thing, and our clientele really enjoyed some aspects of that as well. We obviously couldn't take the animals over because there was a bunch of animals in the backyard and stuff like that, and we just didn't have anywhere to put them, honestly. So they're actually the pig went to a petting zoo in Franklin, Virginia. But so that was one thing we kind of had to do away with, unfortunately. But the other stuff we try to keep a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with Todd. I think that coming into it, it was, like you said, it was an iconic place, still is. And we wanted to leverage that because the Pigman was the ultimate marketer. And to just do away with any of that stuff wouldn't make any sense. So we just built on it.
But customers came here for the food.
Correct.
Right?
Yes, sir.
You can have a gimmick, but the food's got to be good or they're not going to come back. And since I've lived here 27 years, I've been through this transition myself. The food's as good as it ever was. So talk a little bit about the menus you maintain and that sort of quality, because that's really what brings people back.
Yes, sir. We kept the recipes the same, and it's still cooked the way it was when Mr. Shaver was here. So we kept all that. We did add a few things to the menu. I mean, as time goes on, you have to adapt. I think we live in a more health-conscious society now, so we've got things like collards and stuff like that on the menu. But yeah, and a few new sauces, couple new sauces we added. But for the most part, the core things on the menu are the same as it was back in the 80s and 90s when he was here.
And what was that style that you described? They're all North Carolina, Eastern North Carolina style, Lexington style. How do you all describe your style?
I would say we're a combination of a couple different styles because we've got people coming from all over to visit us. So we definitely have a North Carolina style barbecue with our pork, but our beef brisket's going to be a Texas style, tomato-based, or a Western Carolina style. So we try to please everyone and also have a couple of unique products with our turkey cube and our yellowfin tuna that's locally caught.
Yeah, the tuna cube, I've tried it. And touch on those, the chicken and the tuna, that's sort of a new addition. How's that been?
It's good, especially like with this society being more health conscious. Both the turkey cube and the tuna cube are heart healthy. So you're starting to see that sell a little bit more than it did 10 years ago.
So you think Piggy Lou would be happy that there
Oh,
would be
yeah.
some other animals inside her? So
Take more for the team.
let's get into some changes now. When Bill had this, it was just the restaurant. And this was the only place you could get it, barbecue. But you've expanded. Let's talk a little bit about your expansions into other aspects of the business.
We've gotten into catering, and we're full service catering. We have access to 1 million different items through our purveyors, also local and regional. And I think what people really want when they come down here is to really experience time with family and keep things as simple as possible. Less is more sometimes. And when they come to North Carolina, they think barbecue, and we're here to serve them.
And the catering side, I've been to several functions, so just I want to give you a little more chance to expand on that. It can be as small like a business group,
Yes, sir.
or it can be something bigger like a wedding, correct?
Absolutely. It can be anywhere from like 10 people to 500 people. It could be big. We can do big and small. And especially in this time with COVID going on and everything, it's especially, a lot of people are getting those big meals and taking it back to the house and stuff like that.
And you're going to be open year round?
We're playing it by ear. So far this year, it's been a strong year, a really strong fall. If it kind of bleeds into winter, we're going to stay open as long as there's people coming in the door.
Well, that would be a good reason for y'all to get in here now in the fall. Outer Banks businesses tend to play it by ear.
Yes, sir.
So you're never quite sure if they close around Thanksgiving, Christmas. But if you want the barbecue, this would be a good time to come in. But it's good to see everything's still the same, the look and the feel inside. And that's what really counts. And, of course, the food. So thank you, guys.
Thank you.